Hey guys, this is Madhura. Welcome back to Madhura's Desire. You know what, folks? Earlier, like our grandparents, not too far, our grandparents and great grandparents, they never used to have any equipments to preserve their foods, right? So they used to do a lot of natural way of preserving food. So they used to do the sun dried, they used to do the brine solution, some pickling method, like and some marination kind of thing, smoking. Those are the ways they used to preserve the food. And today we have everything, but yet we are following some extent to their method, their process. Yes guys, here I am talking about the pickling. So today I'm going to show all of you how to make a pickle, and that I'm going to preserve my vegetable because we are in a fall and I don't want to ruin all my organic vegetables. I want to save them because they have so much of nutrition, so much of vitamins. I wanted to preserve them. So I'm going to show all of you today the Bittermelon Karela Acchar, and I have so much Bittermelon on my backyard and I wanted to preserve them and so I can enjoy throughout of my year, especially on a winter. So let's go and pick up some Bittermelon and start doing pickling. So I have a beautiful frame for the Bittermelon, and today we are going to take some Bittermelon from here for our recipe. So you can see so many are there, smalls are there. So let's start looking for, wow, see here, it's a big one. Yeah, get another one. So much of, too many Bittermelon have here. I have here so I get more. Let me check. I have the different version, which is a Chinese version also. These guys are the small ones. Let it grow. So I got this much. So more than enough for our recipe though. So for Karela pickle, or you can call a Bittermelon pickle, I have taken 1 kilo of fresh from garden. So I'm going to show you how to cut them. So we just clean up the end part, remove, and just cut it into half like this, and just not too thin, just 1/4 inch. Like that you need to cut it. And if you have a seed build up more bigger, so you can take it off the seed from here. Okay. And let's cut all of them the same way. So here I have cut all of them, and the seeds which was bigger I removed from there. And now we are going to do the cooking process. So here I have taken a pot of water for just to put boiling. So water has started boiling. So here I'm going to put a perforated pan. So basically we are going to steam this Bittermelon Karela. And now we are going to cover with the lid and let it steam for 15 minutes. So it's already 15 minutes. Now we are going to take it out from the heat. So here I am spreading out on a tray. So here our Karela is partially cooked. Okay, now we are going to do a shallow fry. So I have taken pan and adding up 1 cup of oil, which is mustard oil, and let the oil get hot. So oil is hot. Now I'm adding up the Karela. Mix well, and we will do the shallow fry till they get a nice color, like a golden color. So now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of turmeric, and we are going to add almost 3 teaspoons of salt. We can do the salt check, seasoning check again later on. So let's give a quick mix, and we will cook, shallow fry for another 10 minutes. So it's been almost 5 minutes done. The purpose of the steaming, which I have not mentioned, that is just to get a partial cooking. We are not cooking in a water, so just when it's steaming, and also a lot of moisture comes out from there. And now we are the shallow frying to dry up the moisture, not 100%, but it will dry up, which will give you more longer shelf life. So now we are doing this shallow fry. So I'm going to do another 5 more minutes. Okay. So it's almost another 5 minutes is done, and you can see it's very well they are cooked. Okay. Now we are just going to take it out from the flame, and then we will prepare the Acchar masala or pickle masala. So here I have taken 80 grams of tamarind, and I'm just adding up 1.5 cup of water to just soak it, and then we will just take it the juice, or you can call the pulp, out of it. So let it sit for 10 minutes. So while tamarind is getting soaked, let's make a dry roast of the spices. So I have taken here 1.5 tablespoon of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of fennel seed, 1 teaspoon of mustard, 1 teaspoon of fenugreek, and 1 teaspoon of kalonji. And let's give a dry roast. You can see here they are turned almost brown. They are very much roasted. Now we just take it out from the flame and let it cool down. So I don't want my Acchar masala to be too fine powder to grind. So I'm going to use the pestle grinder, or you can call a mortar grinder. And I'll just give a gentle crush to it. Beautiful aroma is coming. It's very much nicely, they're getting crushed and grind. You can use also the grinder, mixie grinder, and just make it a crust. But here I feel that baking of Acchar is making more excitement, because this is the way my mom used to do always. We used to grind it with the hand, not in the mixie grinder. So you can see here it's very much nicely, beautifully crust, and a beautiful Acchar aroma is coming out. So this is ready now. We are going to start assembling the Acchar. So here I'm adding 1 cup of mustard oil and let it get hot. So oil is hot. I'm adding is 2 tablespoons of mustard seed, and followed by 20 cloves of garlic. I have cut it into half. Let's infuse in oil. Just couple of seconds. Now some sprigs of curry leaf. This is an optional if you don't like to add. I just want you to have some flavor. Saute. And now I have taken here 6 red chili, which is I cut it into half. It added to it. So the tamarind which we had soaked, I have just taken out the pulp out of it and strained it. So I'm going to add it here. And let's cook this tamarind for at least 7 to 8 minutes. It's almost 7 minutes now. At this stage, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Again, the chili powder, if you don't want too much of spicy in your achar, you can avoid. And now I'm going to add the achar masala, the pickled spices which we have grinded. And let's cook for a minute because all the spices are already roasted, so we don't need to cook longer time. Now I'm going to add the salt. So again, you need to check your seasoning. So here I'm adding 3 teaspoons of salt, and also we have added salt in the Karela, but here right now we have a tamarind. So just check your seasoning and let's give a quick mix to it. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of jaggery to balance the tartness. Just give a quick mix. Adding up 1 teaspoon of hing. The preservative purpose, I'm just adding 1/4 cup of vinegar, which is white vinegar. So here the tamarind and vinegar is acting as the preservative. So let's just cook for a couple of seconds. So as you can see, the oil is started floating. Since it is an achar or we can pickle, I'm just going to add another 1/2 cup of oil to it. And just for a couple of seconds. So check your seasoning. For me, the seasoning is perfect. I don't need any salt. It is very much balanced, the tartness and slightly the sweetness. It's really going very good. We are going to add our Karela bittermelon. And gently mix to it. It's already cooked, partially cooked almost. So we are not just going to cook here. So we are just going to mix it gently. Let's simmer for 5 minutes in a very low heat, or you can call flame, just for 5 minutes to get incorporate with the masalas. So we have simmered for 5 minutes and this is very much ready. And our instant Karela pickle is ready. Take it out from the flame and let it cool down completely before we can put it in a jar. So the bittermelon pickle or achar is very much cooled down. So I have got some mason jar. So we are going to keep it in that. So I'm here transferring one by one along with the oil. Right. So we have already packed in a mason jar, and this one you can keep it for at least 2 months in a room temperature. Nothing is going to happen. But for the longer time, if you want to keep it, you can keep it in a fridge as well. So here we have already bottled them. They are like, very delicious pickle. You can see them, and believe me, this is one of the perfect recipe, and it's like an instant Karela pickle. And believe me guys, this is very very delicious. Please do try, and keep preserving all your vegetables if you wanted to enjoy longer time. So see you soon. Eat healthy, stay healthy.